My mom left another comment, again, agreeing with Martin. She's like, Martin's so good.
Yeah.
You know, I'm on the pod too, Mom.
On what?
I got no hope that she's going to find me funny.
Hashtag replace Brady.
I think the last one was
Have you thought about
Airplane.
doing just two of you?
So, yeah, I figured it was something airplane. That's what I was listening to.
yeah. I'm like, keep leaving comments.
Yeah. You get her going. You get Martin's sister going.
You get
Right.
Martha, you get Charlie.
You got a community.
Welcome to our Film Fathers podcast, the definitive podcast about fatherhood, film, and fatherhood in film. This is Jelani, and with me as always are a guy just talking to the cornfield, and a guy who just created something totally illogical. Martin and Brady.
We just don't recognize life's most significant moments while they're happening. Back then I thought, well, there'll be other days. I didn't realize that that was the only day.
By the time I was 10, playing baseball got to be like eating vegetables or taking out the garbage. So when I was 14, I started to refuse. Could you believe that? An American boy refusing to play catch with his father.
This week, we're stepping onto the diamond and into one of the most magical films ever made, Field of Dreams. It's a movie that's not just about baseball, but about faith, redemption, and the power of believing in something bigger than yourself. We'll talk about why this Kevin Costner classic still hits home decades later, and how it taps into the deep, emotional connections that so many people have with the game. From the crack of the bat to the whisper of the cornfields, the movie captures the timeless beauty of baseball, and reminds us that sometimes, if you build it, they will come.
Can I say something really quick about this movie?
Yeah.
Iowa City is not boring.
For sure. I was going to bring it up. Damn you, Gabby Hoffman. Get out of here.
You guys get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Obviously, Gabby didn't go to FAC.
Didn't know the good times that awaited
wait,
her.
what's FAC? For the uninitiated.
For the uninitiated, man, sorry, first of all.
Yeah.
FAC, Friday after class.
Yes. That's right.
The bars
Staple in Iowa
can't
City.
get 1 o'clock, I think, is the unofficial start to FAC. And it's as long as you want it to be. Yeah, that was a part I was like, come on. My life has changed since I probably first saw them say Iowa City was boring.
Yeah.
You know, now I spent some time there. But
What do you think of this movie? Is this movie boring or is this movie great? Is this movie...
It's a slower movie for sure. I don't think that's arguable, especially considering, you know, how much time has come and gone since we first watched it, and we grew up with this movie. It came out when I was 9 years old. I'm sure I watched it when I was in my teens, and then a couple times. But it's been a very long time since I've seen this movie.
Same.
Watching it as a dad is definitely a different approach.
I really liked it this time.
I really
More than I thought I would.
really liked it. Was emotional multiple times. I watched it as a family. It hits in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen it in a while. Didn't really I asked all the kids to sit down and watch, so they all started. I think Parker left somewhere in the middle, but the funniest part for me was Riley figured out the whole plot in the first 10 minutes. When he first hears the whispers and they start talking, like they go through the whole intro, like him talking about his dad and everything like that. And then she goes, is he going to build a baseball field to play with his dad? And I'm like, how did you get that? Like you're 5 years old.
That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, that's
because I definitely did not know that.
No.
When I first watched it, I don't think anyone.
I don't think
did.
I looked at it like that either. That's obviously a very good analytical
It's a good pull.
approach. But I kind of just blank the brain and just like watch it unfold.
Yeah, and I think we all typically do. But as a kid, you're picking up on whatever is coming out, and you're just responding to it. But they all stuck around for most of it. Parker left a little bit through, but the boys hung on, and Riley fell asleep because we watched it late last night. But I think I understand the pull towards him and his dad and the reconnection, but that's not the part that I got most choked up at. Was and this has always been for me, was when she falls off
100%.
off the stands.
I like lost my breath.
Yeah.
And yeah, I as a kid, I definitely that wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
I was like, for those of you, we haven't gotten onto the video aspect of this yet, but I literally pointed at Jelani before he spat that out. I like just knew you were going to say that, because for me it was a no brainer. Like, as a parent, it is that it sucked the life right out of me.
Yeah.
It's not even that. It's the right after that when he tells her to stop and wait a minute. I'm like, what do you mean, wait a minute?
Just wait.
Just no.
How about
Don't
we
keep going. We'll do it at the same time. Let's call the emergency
What if
services.
you call 911
and we get Doc
Moonlight
Graham.
Graham.
Yeah, out there.
You're 100% all those are. So here's the thing. This movie hits in a lot of ways. A lot of feeling, a lot of fatherly, the vantage point, like I said, is different. The premise is so absurd that, and not even just that the building a field in your corn. I'm talking about what you just said too, Martin. It's the stopping your wife from calling 911 when your daughter is unconscious on the ground with they don't even know she's choking at that point.
Yeah.
But like, it's absurd in such a ridiculous way, even down to the fact that he tells his wife, and she pretty much like encourages him to do it. Like,
right.
It's not even like the voice of reason. It's like, sure.
Well, I don't, and it's not, even that. Like, I could be like, okay, fine, you want to build a baseball field, okay, maybe that's okay. But it's after they all see the players come, or they see at least Shoeless Joe come in,
Right.
And then they're still like, ooh, should we listen to the voice this next time? It's like, yeah, we're all in now. Like, what do you mean? Now you're questioning it. Like, ooh, should I go to Boston and find Terrence Mann? Like, yes, whatever you say from here on in, you're doing.
Nope. There's the second part, and I know we're jumping. It takes her way too long to acknowledge that she had a dream of Ray and
right.
Man
Yes.
at a baseball game. Right when he says, I need to go.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, is that the one with the green monster? It's like, oh, you want to go find Terrence Mann in Boston? That's crazy. I just had a dream about you last night at a baseball.
Maybe she just remembered it. I don't know. Dreams are weird.
Terrence Mann, this rogue author.
Right.
But anyway.
that they all both love.
Yeah. You know who I was based on? Or who it isn't in the book?
Yeah, I do know that it's not that Terrence Mann.
Terrence Mann doesn't
fictional,
exist.
right?
So
fictional.
it's based on my favorite author, J.D. Salinger.
J.D.
It's supposed to be
Salinger,
Jason.
correct.
But they obviously, for the movie,
'Cause
he
he's
is
black.
he's a famous recluse. So they weren't going to be able to, put his likeness on screen, but you could do it for a book.
Sorry.
But yeah, it was a good, because I remember watching as a kid. I remember hearing a lot about it and thinking I would love it, and just thinking it was slow and thinking it was kind of absurd,
Yeah.
and getting some of the romantic aspect of it. And actually, that's what I wanted to say. With this movie reminds me of a different baseball movie. The line that kept going through my mind was, "How could you not be romantic about baseball?" How
Sure.
they end Moneyball. And that's what this is. This is just a love letter to baseball, love letter to America's pastime, and to fathers and sons, and all that stuff. Like, you don't have to be a baseball fan to appreciate the romanticism of baseball. And I think that's, you guys know I'm not a huge baseball fan, but I love this movie for that reason, for all the other stuff that surrounds it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And I think, like you said, the whole point, and especially when Terrence Mann makes his speech, right? He's
Yeah,
like,
Well, I mean, that speech is.
God, so good.
I mean, I wanted to use that for our intro quote. I was like, it's too long, but I was like, it's just also, it's like, it shouldn't even be touched. It's just, it's just too good.
And he's so good too.
Yeah.
His voice, so amazing.
that was the fun part for the kids. Like, we're like, do you guys recognize that voice? And Brooklyn's like, is that Darth Vader?
Nice.
And we're like, yeah. And it's also Mufasa. And
Tates are on it.
so
Yeah, Tates they're locked in. My
Dialed
kids
in.
are. I just told my kids that he did all this stuff.
but then he goes, Darth Vader is black? And I'm like, yes, he was.
Visually and in real life. I mean, are your kids blind? Darth Vader is actually only black.
Right. He's always been black, Brooklyn.
He's black in every way possible.
But yeah, just like, again, the premise of believing in something bigger than you, right?
Just like J.D. Salinger.
And just following it, right? Even though it might seem ridiculous, it might seem, illogical or whatever. But I have two cameos that popped up. Our man Art LaFleur back.
Oh, yeah.
Lindsay's dad, John Nolan. He looks like him. I've said this before on the pod. Now I'm going to make him listen to this episode.
I don't doubt that you have, but
I'll pull
You
up
brought
the
it up
picture.
when we talked about The Sandlot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
well,
he's in so many baseball movies.
well, he's Babe Ruth in The Sandlot.
Yes.
Yeah. And what else?
Along with
I feel like
James Earl Jones.
Yes.
Also for The Sandlot, which is what I told Roman. I'm like, you've seen him before. Do you recognize him? And he's like, no. And I'm like, not Art LaFleur, but James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
And he hasn't seen. He knows who Darth Vader is, but he hasn't. I haven't gone down the path with him. But I was like, yeah. Do you remember The Sandlot? He's like, yeah. I was like, he had the beast over the
Yep.
fence, and he's like, that's him. Like, oh,
Mr. Myrtle.
I didn't even try to get him on Babe Ruth for.
Tell me that's not Art LaFleur.
I see what you want us to see.
Yeah. all right. That's all I need.
Yeah, there was. Oh, sorry, Johnny. What was your other?
The other one is Timothy Busfield.
Oh,
Well, I don't know if that's a cameo per se. He's a
Well, not a
focal
cameo,
point
but
of the movie. But,
as a cameo for being in
Well,
What's
that's
another
the
that
West
from? I was just going to say, the West Wing.
oh man, Danny McCannon,
30
King
something.
Cannon.
Kincannon, something like that, yeah. 30-something, yes.
But also being in Little Big League. He's the main baseball player for the Twins in the Little Big League.
Okay,
Oh, okay. He's also Poindexter in Revenge of the Nerds.
This is also true. My
this is amazing. By the way,
the kids had just watched B movie.
Revenge of the Nerds.
No, not
Pan down,
but
bugger.
they had just watched B movie. So then when Shoeless Joe appears, they're like, Ray Liotta is a real person? Because there's Ray Liotta's like honey in the B movie, and they all have
I don't
like,
even remember that part. I have seen B movies for
yeah,
a minute.
it's like Ray Liotta's private select or something like that. And they were like, wait a minute, he's a real person? I'm like,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, Ray Liotta, R.I.P.
Was this his an early movie for him, or no? Because he did Goodfellas in 90?
Goodfellas was after.
Yes.
Yeah. So, what was his first?
This was only a year earlier.
Okay.
I mean, he'd done some things. I think. I mean, he was known.
Ray Liotta's known for. Anybody? No, you're not gonna get it. Never
What?
mind.
Oh well, I would go with. I mean, if Goodfellas isn't in there, it's a problem.
All right, it is.
It's probably not this. I would say Copland. What's the movie I'm thinking of where he's a maybe the B movie's in there.
Right.
I can't.
This is the IMDb game for everybody.
Yeah, sorry.
Who's a constant listener? It's
not-
the top 4 known for on
Unlawful
IMDb.
Entry.
Ooh, that's what would have been my guess, but yeah, that's why I said it.
And I can't even come up. I'm trying to think off the grid, and I can't come
Yeah.
up with a fourth. But
All right.
Gotti, didn't he play Gotti?
Goodfellas. Heartbreakers.
That's a good pull.
Gene Hackman.
Gene
Yeah,
Hackman.
it's
Jennifer
actually not
Love
a bad
Hewitt.
movie. Yeah, kind of underrated.
Never seen it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
No,
I gave you time to think.
I was doing something else.
Unlawful Entry is great. I would have guessed, and I can't. What's it? It's called like No
Escape.
Escape. That would have been my guess. But no, it's Narc and Something Wild, other than Goodfellas and Field of Dreams.
Oh, Phil Dreams is it? Okay,
Yeah.
I was thinking this was like too obvious.
Like
No
Narc.
Escape with Ernie Hudson.
Yeah, with Ernie Hudson. Yeah,
Do I know?
it's probably not a good movie, but it's one of those like I watched when I was young. And
It's-
Unlawful Entry was one that caught my attention.
Is that with Madeline Stowe?
Madeline Stowe, yeah. There's,
You know I like Madeline Stowe.
I didn't, but there's a scene in there I could get why you might.
But yeah, I was trying to get to his first movie, and I don't know.
He is very. There's like not a lot of emotion on his face. He's like, I don't know if that was
Because you weren't invited.
an intentional approach, right? That there's no visual enjoyment like he's obviously like happy to be there, but like I don't know if that's supposed to be like a metaphor for the fact that he's, you know, blacklisted or whatever. Like I don't really know, but there's not much happening there. Mm-hmm. What I found interesting is that Shoeless Joe was a left-handed hitter, and they just let Ray Liotta hit right-handed because he tried left-handed and just couldn't do it, and they liked it. They just were like, whatever. And there was a quote that Liotta said that people have often pointed out the inaccuracy to him, and he always responds, "None of the players ever came back to life either."
That's great. That's great.
And I just thought that was such an amazing response that I loved every second of it.
Yeah, so this pretty much was his first big movie. First, Something Wild is his first, and that's probably why it's is known for. But that was 1986. But I don't think he was a huge part in it because that was a Jeff Daniels, and Melanie Griffith movie, and then Field of Dreams in '89. There's a few in between there, but I don't know them in the shorts or something like that. But yeah, Field of Dreams.
I don't know them.
Yeah, exactly. Into Goodfellas. Pretty much into Unlawful Entry and No Escape. So yeah. Put him on the map. Let's say it.
Yeah, and you know, he was just really memorable, in my opinion, the way, like, playing a character like Shoeless Joe Jackson. I mean, you guys grew up in Chicago. I didn't. This was kind of an intro, I think, for me at the time. I knew a lot about sports. Occasionally, still remember things about sports, but I didn't know essentially the history of Shoeless Joe Jackson, right? If I remember correctly, like I actually like looked into it after seeing it, because that's just how I was. I wanted to learn more.
You should watch 8 Men Out,
and that came out I think a similar time, and they said they were kind of worried that might, or not worried, but there was like enough of like a groundswell after both movies that like people in general were like, they need to be reinstated. Like that, you know, there was enough like it created a groundswell of support.
Didn't they just get reinstated?
I don't think. They did. It could have definitely happened. I'll literally Google it while we're talking. But I think I saw something where Manfred looked at it and was like, "We've looked at everything, and we don't think there's a need to change it."
Oh, okay. Because I thought that was part of like the big push.
Oh yes, along with just with Pete Rose. This is recent.
Yeah.
So that the original push, and even with Manfred, who hasn't even been the commissioner that long, he did look and say no. There's no need to do it. But Pete Rose here in May, so a couple months ago, did get reinstated by the MLB.
Yeah, and they let Shoeless Joe and the others in too. But yeah, I mean,
which means they're eligible for Hall of Fame consideration. And Shoeless Joe was considered an amazing player, and so I think the narrative that is created around Kinsella's the Kinsella book and the 8 Men Out, I haven't seen. That's Cusack, right?
Yeah.
John will never watch it.
Out. I'm out. But it's good for. I mean, you're a White Sox fan. You should watch it.
No, Cusack pulls it down for me.
But he's only one of 8.
One too many.
It's also got David Strathairn.
Straight hair?
Ooh.
My boy straight hair?
John
young
Sayles,
straight hair.
Charlie Sheen, D.B. Sweeney, John Mahoney, Christopher Lloyd. It's got a good cast. I'm telling you, it's I haven't seen it in a long time, but
enough to overcome Cusack.
Yeah, I think so. He's only one. Let me see who he even plays. Cusack is Buck Weaver. So is he Art LaFleur character? Or?
He's the biggest picture on there.
Yeah.
87% Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, there you go.
D.B. Sweeney plays Shoeless Joe.
D.B. Sweeney, Fire in the Sky?
D.B. Sweeney, what's the toe pick?
Yeah, the cutting edge.
I think he might have been in Fire in the Sky, too. That sounds right.
Toe pick is a Kevin Kent favorite.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, maybe we should have paired, but we,
Probably could have done that. That's all right.
This one's
a stand. No, 8 Men Out, but this one's a standalone for sure. Field of Dreams.
And so we are.
Is it the best Kevin Costner baseball movie?
No.
What is?
For the love of the game?
I'm a big For Love of the Game fan, and I think that probably would infuriate like some baseball people. So this movie is really, really good, and maybe I need to. Again, I gained for sure gained an appreciation of this movie because of watching this again.
Yeah, and as a father.
At this age, and as a dad. Bull Durham is, I think, probably a lot of times considered his best.
I like it.
I haven't seen that in a very long time. I remember the last time I saw it, not thinking that it really deserved all the praise that it's always gotten.
Bull Durham?
Yeah. And that could just be an age thing or a timing thing.
Sure.
I don't know how to phrase that right. Like I think it could be the age of the movie.
Yeah.
Like some of those things aren't funny to me now that probably were funny back then. And
It was only a year before this movie.
it feels a lot.
Well, it says released 88.
Feels
actually.
4 to 5 years.
It does. It looks grainier or something.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah.
But I am actually a big For Love of the Game fan. I think you talk about like the romantic aspect of baseball and Vin Scully announcing like some of the love story aspect of that definitely convolutes it, but it's probably this.
I mean,
but I would probably put For Love of the Game above Bull Durham.
That's funny. 47% Rotten Tomatoes is Love of the Game.
Yeah, I don't think
guess what the popcorn meter is?
90?
Yeah, it's like 75, yeah, so it's much higher.
I like
with
you
the
said,
fans.
like you just rounded 15%.
My bad. I should probably rewatch it, but I would. I remember not loving it.
You probably wouldn't like it. And Kevin,
not for me.
Kevin Kent, big fan. Him and I.
Yeah, he is. He does love it.
It's just one of those movies that it hits me right, and there's just things about it that I think I probably gloss over that other people are annoyed by.
Yeah.
And for me, no.
Doesn't matter.
That's
That's fine. That makes sense.
Field of Dreams, though, like
I do like Kevin Costner, though.
Do people not?
I don't know. I think there's people. I think there's probably some hate.
Fucking Yellowstone.
I haven't seen that yet.
Me either. That's really funny. I thought for sure though you probably had. Feels like something you.
I thought since you guys didn't like Tin Cup, that maybe you had some.
It's
Kevin
not a
Costner
hate.
Okay,
No,
it's just
I love one of the Kevin Costner staple, Molly's Game. That's what everybody thinks of.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that was one of the things I was thinking about. Is Kevin Costner America's Dad?
Has he been on that many? I don't think he plays dads. He
And
clearly
Man of
has.
Steel, he's Superman's dad.
He's Clark. Well, Clark
That's where
Kent's dad.
That's where he's going.
Yeah.
With that.
Well, no, he was also Molly.
he's Molly's
dad.
dad. He's a dick, but
And that
He
was
is a
later.
dick.
And that was later on.
Right.
But I mean, the big movies that he's known for:
this he's a dad in for sure.
Robin Hood, Waterworld, Dances
Saw
with
that shit
Wolves,
6
The
times. It
Body-
ruled.
He took a father role
Bodyguard.
in Waterworld, right?
Fatherly
Was it?
rolled. Yeah,
He wanted to save
is
the
that
girl.
Oh yeah, I suppose.
What's her? I can't
But
think of her
yeah,
name off the top of my head.
No, I don't think that's necessarily. All I know is my mom had a huge loves Kevin Costner, so
Well, I
she
think
watched
women of that
Revenge
generation-
and No Way Out and
No Way Out.
Loved,
Still, I never got to watch it, and still never seen it.
You
How
should-
does
you
he
should watch
keep
it. It's so
getting
good.
work?
My parents wouldn't let me watch
But
it.
I like him. I think
Tequila
he's-
Sunrise couldn't
he's
watch that
been in
either.
a lot of good movies,
Son of a
honestly.
bitch.
And Wyatt Earp isn't bad. Tequila Sunrise you couldn't watch?
I don't
Is
think I
that
could watch that one either.
is
Never
it
seen-
bad? I don't think it's.
I don't know.
I don't think there's any
was just
nudity
mature.
or anything. Yeah, I guess.
M.A.
I saw Unlawful Entry though.
You know what's kind of underrated?
Nothing.
Lawful Entry, I got you.
Just keep going.
Perfect World. Have you guys seen that? That's not a bad movie.
Perfect World. Is that the serial killer movie?
That is kind of where he's kind of it's a kidnapped boy, but he kind of plays a father figure.
Or is that Brooks, Mr.
It's
Brooks?
Clint Eastwood
No, you're
directs.
right.
93. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that I would call him America's dad.
No, that's a stretch.
He needs to play
Not
dad
a seventh
more.
inning kind. What? Nothing?
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, he's one. They said he's got a baseball like he clearly has a love of baseball. It shows. He's
Right.
got 3 movies we just talked about that are literally baseball centric. I think he owned part of a minor league baseball team. I mean, baseball. He's a big.
Yeah.
That's a big part of him, right? And this really that. I don't know if it created the idea. I'm a guy who paints a field on the side of his house, right? Like the idea of bringing the sport to like your yard or for him the acreage, the farm, whatever it is. Like
Yeah.
all of that can't not be connected, right? Like that all has to be tied together to a degree in some way, shape, or form. And I think I grew up in Iowa, so for us it was, is this heaven? No, it's Iowa. Like that shit was on bumper stickers. Like
It's a great line. Say it twice.
It was.
It's so
it
good.
varies a little bit the second time.
Yeah. Doesn't have the no on the second one.
Yeah. I think it is the second one that has the no.
No, the first one is.
First one for sure.
But I, like this was a sense of pride movie. It just so happened to be a great movie. I think it was nominated for like an Academy Award for Best Picture.
I mean, means it must be great.
Yeah, I know. Which is why I always tell you, Martin, you kind of
need to get on board.
Essentially making you realize
the Academy.
The prestige that goes along with it. I have a technicality for Jelani, though.
I have one.
Bring
you
him.
Go first.
If you're behind on your mortgage,
yeah,
and the baseball field's the problem, maybe don't leave the lights on at night all the time.
Second that. Why not just wait until the winter to build the field? He built it in the summer. And
the voice was talking to him.
Yeah, but he waited the whole time. The field was out there in the snow. It's like you could have just waited till all the corn died out and you had sold that crop.
Mine is, if he's such a big baseball fan, why does he keep going out there in khakis and button-downs? Why doesn't he put on some fucking sportswear?
He was out there in his jeans and Timbs.
Just to be clear, as someone who was a son of a father who played like slow pitch softball, the gear back then would have been like tiny bike shorts, like
something other than what he was wearing. I feel like, but maybe not.
You're
maybe
not wrong that like
maybe it was just
he wasn't dressed for the field,
like ever. I get the first time not, but then later on, it was like they're going to be practicing today.
Well, he thinks he's just watching all. He doesn't expect to be out there.
Yeah.
But so as a spectator, I think the khaki attire apparently played.
Maybe.
But
and I'm joking more, but
well, I would say that the technicality that is
it didn't win best costumes. Let's put it that
way. The universal technicality, I think, is one of the famous lines, and the fact that no one says that in real life. Do you want to have a catch? Is not a phrase that anyone ever uttered previously or after that wasn't mocking the fact that it was in the movie. That's not how you ask to play catch. Like you play catch. You don't
play catch,
want to have a catch.
Yeah. Yeah. That's strange.
It's always been this, this thing.
Yeah. It did get nominated for Best Picture, for Best Writing, Adapted Screenplay, and Best Music Original Score by James Horner. So
there you go.
Yeah, Jimmy Horner does some good work.
Yeah, I could see all those.
I'm going to shout out the early scene where he is in the feed store and he's picking up.
Yeah.
Dude, as someone, that's
how it goes.
That was authentic. Like that's,
what? Who's hearing voices?
Not that part, but just
everybody in the feed store.
That was a feed store. They 100% filmed that in a feed store, probably in Dyersville or Dubuque. Like Fred's Feed in West Liberty, like we went there. That was a regular thing, and that was I looked at it and I was like, oh my God! I was like, this is that. Like
they captured the vibes.
They captured the vibes, man. No doubt.
As Gen Z would say.
I will call that one out. Just to shout out Fred's Feed too, but
nice.
That was accurate, and I appreciate that about it.
The thing that I loved, and I told the kids this, that if you build it, he will come. Like over and over again, the voice just talking.
It's so whispery,
right? But right after this movie came out, we were at a sleepover, and one of my buddies, like somebody was saying that, like as we were all going to bed, and it's like, if you build it, he will come. And then my buddy goes, if you fart, it will smell. And the kids couldn't handle it, where they just lost it. They're like, that's so good.
About the voice.
Yes.
I noticed something at the end that caught my attention. I definitely wasn't watching hard, but it was at the bottom of the list, which is why it caught my attention. And if you saw it, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I know where you're going.
Who is the voice?
The voice is listed as himself.
I don't get it.
Well, that's probably the right way to understand it.
It's not credited,
but that's what it says. Is the voice is himself. I didn't dig too hard,
right? Neither did I, but I did
there
the
is
surface.
what I've seen, no answer to that. And go ahead, Johnny.
There's speculation that it was Ed Harris.
And why?
Because at the time he was married to Amy Madigan.
Correct.
Okay.
Which, by the way, seems just like a weird
Weird
pairing. Although Mary, she's like, loved the wife. She was a big fan of
I
Amy.
don't like her.
I'm closer to Martin.
She's in Uncle Buck, I think.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. So was Gabby Hoffman.
Okay.
There was
The other speculation is it's the director,
Okay.
but there's nobody.
Who is it? Alden something?
well, the reason
Philip
it was
Alden something.
Ed Harris was
Alden Robinson or something.
Kinsella, the author, said he was told it was
W.P. Kinsella?
it was Ed Harris.
Oh.
But that there was no actual confirmation. And some people thought it was Costner, some people thought it was Leota. I mean, ultimately, just you're grasping at straws. But it's just interesting that this massive part of this massive movie is essentially unclaimed. And
I kind of like it. I like the mystery.
I just found it really funny that it said himself, and I was
Right.
like, "What?" I legit paused it, and I was like, "Okay, putting this down as a topic."
Did you guys know that they were going to reboot this as a TV show?
Oh God, no! Recently,
Yeah. So in 2021,
How would that work?
NBC Universal hired
oh no!
Mike Schur,
Oh,
esteemed showrunner, comedy writer, baseball nerd, to build his passion
The
project.
Office and all that stuff?
The Office,
Parks and Rec,
Parks and
Brooklyn
Rec,
Nine-Nine,
999.
9-9.
So I listened to Pablo Torre interviewed him about this. They actually went out to Iowa and rebuilt a
I
field,
can't remember seeing this.
another field in somebody's cornfield. And
They plowed under his corn?
they plowed under his corn. And then the series got canceled. But they had
what's a
I wonder what it was going to be. Like a comedy?
I don't think it was
Full on?
I think it was going to be a full on television show based on
Yeah, I would assume
aligned
An
with
hour-long drama?
probably not an hour, but
just a
I don't
drama,
know what it would
scripted
be.
drama written by Schur will reimagine the film's mixture of family, baseball, and Iowa.
yeah,
That was the plan.
I don't know that you couldn't do it. It's such a
I know Brady would be watching it, but I don't know if I think I might wait a season
I don't know.
and hear from you if it's good or
yeah.
not before I dove right in.
Have you been?
No, so
I wanna go.
Ironically, by the time this airs, I will have been. We are actually heading there next week. My kids don't know it yet, and we all watch this as a family. Specifically, and I asked you guys if you would be willing to do this for an episode because I wanted to watch it with them, and Roman's had some friends that have played. They do Little League tournaments out there. There are other adjacent fields, and then they do a skills competition on the field for everybody who wants to take part, and that's on the actual field. And then the actual championship game is on the actual field. But otherwise, you play in other just standard
Baseball
fields
field, yeah.
in Dyersville. But he's had friends that have gone out there and friends' brothers and whatnot, and hopefully maybe at some point that'll happen for him. But we are going to be driving right past it, kind of intentionally, but we're going to be going. And I was like, oh, let's stop. We'll just check it out. Apparently, you can just go.
Is it $20 a pop?
I think it's a recommended donation.
That's nice.
It won't be $80 going in there. I'll tell you that right now. My daughter will sit in the car if it means not donating.
I'm good, Dad.
But we may have a catch. So so we'll see. I'll let you guys know if that happens. But we 100% are going to go at least go there and check it out. I grew up an hour and a half from there and have not once been.
Yeah,
been
I'm
there.
looking. It's because it is about how far is Iowa City from there? About an hour and a half.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a couple local highways down.
Couple local highways, couple 2-tree local highways.
But we're going west on 20, and we're going to go right through it. So
Nice.
I have driven past Dyersville multiple times, but have never stopped. And honestly, I think I'm better for it now, having kids. I like that it will be my first time as
Yep.
opposed to being like, oh, I've stopped on my own a couple times. That's not cool at all.
Yeah. I have a friend, she grew up in Dyersville. So this is kind of like, when you grow up near an attraction like this, I've seen it. It's not a big deal anymore. It's just something that's in the town. But yeah, for people who are baseball fans or people fans of the movie, it probably is something that you want to go back to. And the Major League Baseball did a couple of series there last year and the year before.
That
or
first
2 years
one
ago?
was epic.
Yeah, when
Sox
the White
and
Sox
Yankees.
and the Yankees played out there.
That was awesome. Tim Anderson, right? Hit a walk-off?
Walk-off home run into the corn.
Oh, my gosh. That was so unbelievable. I mean, I don't watch a lot of baseball anymore, but that was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Cardinals, I think, were supposed to play them that year. And I think, if I remember correctly, and then they ended up with the Yankees. Sox were going to play regardless. But
Makes sense.
and then, was it Cubs
Cubs
Reds?
played, yeah.
Cubs Reds, I think,
Yeah.
after that. And that's it so far.
Bet you they got a lot of merch up
I
there.
don't mind that they haven't done it every year because I think actually the next year, maybe that was last year, the Cardinals and Giants played down in Alabama at one of the Negro League fields,
Yeah.
I think. I don't remember. Montgomery, Alabama feels right, but I could have that
or
wrong.
Birmingham.
Maybe Birmingham.
Yeah.
Was that the Barons?
The Barons are in Birmingham. I know that Roy Wood Jr., the comedian,
Yeah, he
is
was
a
involved.
huge baseball fan, and he went down there for it. So
Yeah.
I don't know the specific field, or
But I
the
think it was the
specific-
Cardinals Giants played, and that was like they just moved their like focal game from Field of Dreams, and they did one down there.
Got it.
And then I don't honestly know if there's one this year or not. I'm a little out of the loop on the MLB stuff, but
There's just too much, and I can't follow it all. But
People will come, Ray. People will come.
they won't just think
they
Iowa
won't
City's
even
boring.
they won't even know why. But so speaking of which, to end,
Kind of a cool shot at the end.
phenomenal.
Right.
Like that is I love the scene in the dark, rural roads, headlights
Good
for
helicopter
miles.
shot. Yep.
They said the director that was his vision for it, and the Chamber of Commerce essentially was like, yeah, we can do that, and they were going to do it. Well, the aerial shot was essentially just a bunch of people sitting there, so like it just looks like a bunch of stagnant lights, and they came up with the idea to have all the drivers intermittently start flash their brights and then go back to
make it look like moving.
so it looks like movement.
Oh, weird.
And-
It doesn't. I would never thought that.
Yeah.
Right. And then that's exactly what they did. So, a cool way just phenomenal way to end it. Although there is an argument, why are they all coming at
Right.
night?
And
The players left. They're
all
all
gone.
I assume went to bed. I'm not sure how that works, but were they all going to
they're
sleep
going to
over?
see the other Kinsella.
John,
Yeah.
We came to watch you have a catch with your dad.
we came to have.
Why'd
a
you
catch.
say that weird?
It's normal now.
As always, this is our pod. You people are guests on our pod. So if you subscribe to it, the episodes will come. Thanks, and go to bed.